Hello guys, this is Bull Cable back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some tips that I use when creating bases in Boom Beach, and these tips can be applied for Hammerman and also just real bases. So basically you have to decide where you're wanting to put your base first. You wanted to have it as a quick short base, so your base is at the front, or do you want to have it in the back? For this video I'm going to be putting it in the back right hand corner, probably the most popular spot in the game. But basically I'm just going to be showing you a video today of me progressively building the base. So now we want to build our short defenses first. Recommended machine guns and flamethrowers. It's very common, it's really good around the base because of warrior attacks. We want to try and fend off as much warrior attacks as possible because they're one of the most commonly used troop strategies in the game. This is a very standard setup for your machine guns and flamethrowers. I always like to leave one machine gun. I'll show you guys what I'm going to be doing with that later. Then we build another layer with some cannons and archer towers. This is just a base build, just showing you how I kind of build it. Try to integrate some other buildings like resource buildings as well to shield, to make them almost act like a wall. Then we've got the boom cannons here. Also we've got the shock launchers. We want to make sure that no two boom cannons can be shocked at once. I do have two there that can be, but if you have three boom cannons that can be shocked at once, that's a huge problem. Also, two of my shock launchers cannot be shocked with the same shock. That is also a very big thing that I see sometimes, and it makes you, it's a big difference in your base. So this is a very standard, they're all different. You can only shock two boom cannons at once, and you can never shock two shocks at once unless you use two shocks. So that's the next part. I'm going to be showing you a lot of other wee tips and tricks that you can use. The next part here is basically building in the rockets. Now we actually don't want any two rockets to be shocked as well, so we're also spreading the stuff out all the time. It's also making things symmetrical. Symmetrical is a big key in Boom Beach, to try and make your things symmetrical. So it makes it so there's no one way. You know what I mean? It's so one way is not better than the other. So it doesn't really matter. You want to try and make it so the player doesn't feel like it's going to be an advantage going one way and then not the other. So this is another really good thing here, using the resource buildings and the wood storages to protect some of the. You want to integrate them in the base. You definitely don't want to have a base where all your resource buildings are at the back, because that's a disaster. Everything's close together and can be shocked. Here's another really good tip here. See these cannons here? Have you not noticed the resource building, the residence, is actually a wee bit further forward than the two cannons? Now this is because the troops will attack the residence first. It's the first thing they'll attack, so it will give the cannons a little bit of time to maybe kill one or two troops off before they're actually killed. Now this is a very good key tip, and I definitely recommend using this. Also the fact that the shock launchers there and the rockets, so they'll be firing on the troops while they're taking that residence building down. So almost like the residence building is acting like a little wall. That's another great tip to use when building a base. Here we go. Here we're actually adding a little bit more layer on our base now, using more residence building, using more storages. Also using a little corner here with the two big health defense, like the quarry and the iron mine. They're big health, they have a lot of health, them buildings, so they're right on the corner. They're really good there. We've got the boom cannon in range and we've got the rockets, and that's another great way to do this. Also putting the mortars at the front there as well. Always like to put the mortars at the front. They're not good next to the base because they don't do enough damage in time for the warriors, so I definitely recommend putting your mortars a wee bit further forward. Also for heavy Zooka attacks, always put them behind a residence or something like that, because when they stop to kill the building, the mortar will fire over and kill the Zookas. Here we go. Next, we're also putting your excess, remember to put your excess buildings in the back. Now if you put your excess buildings in the back, it makes your life so much easier, because if you put the excess buildings in the front, that means they're going to get the free energy. If you put the excess buildings in the back, that means if they want to get to them free buildings, they're going to have to flare and waste energy anyway, so it's not productive at all for them to do that, so they're most likely going to be coming in from the front. Now, as you can see here, I've put my Doom Cannon. I'm not really sure where to put it. I think it's a great place to put it right at the front though. Gets them on their toes. If they want to take it out with Gunboat Energy, then they're going to have to. And I've put this machine gun here. If you don't notice, this machine gun is not lined up exactly straight with the base. This is because when the warriors, they want to flare up with the warriors, the warriors will be a little bit off balance and they'll have to weave in and out different buildings to get to the base. Never leave a straight line to the base. So that's another really good tip. Now, mine placement is another extremely high factor. So we've got our mines here, and as you guys have noticed, I've got no mines on my base, but you guys were wrong. There is places you can hide mines on your base to trick your opponent. As you guys can see here, I've got mines behind the heads of all the masterpieces, and you guys might have not seen that, and you obviously couldn't have seen it, and a normal player would not notice that, but a veteran player would. They'd check behind the faces. Now I've got mines all behind there, so a warrior player would rush in and go right through all them mines, and I'd get myself a few kills. Also, there's another few places you can hide your mines. It's behind the sniper tower heads. They're another great place where you'll see people hiding mines, and you need to really watch out for that, warrior players, because a really successful warrior attack requires really good smoking and making sure that you have as much troops at the base at the very time. The last place is behind the radar, and actually I've just skipped that by mistake, but you can hide it behind the radar, and it's really good, and it's really nice, really good place to put that. Now we've put all our mines down, make sure you never put your mines around key defenses. Now you can see I've not put any mines round about the shock launcher or the boom cannons. Now that is because that's most likely going to be the defenses that people barrage and artillery, and now you need to, I see a lot of people put mines around their boom cannons. I mean, people are going to be barraging that, so never ever put mines around boom cannons, rocket launchers or shock launchers. Now guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed the tips that I've managed. I hope you guys have took something out of this. If you're a new player at the Boom Beach, this can hold you right through the game. If you're a veteran player, I hope you guys learned something. If you haven't, well, thank you for watching anyway, and just check my channel out for more Boom Beach videos. I'm trying to make videos as frequently as possible. Please give this video a like if you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.